Hey guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you all the books I have. Not all of them, but like my favorite, some of them, okay? So I have two shelves, one over here, or I don't know how to point there, and one over there. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so on this shelf I have Good Girls Get to Murder. Oh, there's a really good book I have to show you guys, okay? Okay, so I have these two, and I haven't done a video on these yet, but they're very good, okay? And basically they're somewhat kind of the Maze Runner, so if you like the Maze Runner, you'll definitely like these, obviously. So let's read it, okay? So this is the first one. Is it? Yeah, I haven't even read these yet, but I read some of them. Okay, so it's called The Iron Child. Okay, so The Iron Child. Cole has no idea what he'll come up against in the Iron Child, but he knows that if he passes the test, he'll become a student of magic at the Magisterium. Okay. All his life, Cal's been warned to stay away from magic, so he tries his best to do his worst, but fails at failing. So basically, I think it's just like about magic and like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, what else? Maze Runner, obviously. So yeah, it's by Holly Black. Isn't that the girl who made The Cruel Prince? I don't know, but I think that's. And then the second one is Callum Hunt has returned from the Magisterium, victorious. He is now a match in his own right. A copper year student, he has friends. He feels at home in the winding tunnels of the mysterious magical school. But Cole hides a terrible secret. His soul is not his own. His body is a vessel for a powerful evil mage, wielder of chaos magic, murderer. Salvation could lie in a mysterious copper, but it is a dangerous object with a violent history. It could destroy everything Cal knows and loves. Okay, so Cal is in trouble. These books aren't really long. This one is 200 pages, but the font and the pages are like really small. Let's see. This one is also like 300 pages. Okay, so this is one book series that I have yet to read, but I've had for a really long time. My physical TBR is so long, but I'm reading the Addicted / Galloway series right now, so let's wait. Okay, so then we have the Games of Lives. Okay, so the Games of Lives, let's see. So it's New York Times best-selling author of the Maze Runner series. So it's by the same author of the Maze Runner. Okay, so let's read the back. Michael used to live to game. Now the games he was playing have become all too real. Only weeks ago, sinking into Vernet was fun. The almost cutting-edge technology and the most sophisticated gaming came together for a full mind-body experience. But now, every time Michael sings, he rises to life. He risks his life. Okay, the games are over. The Vernet has become a world of deadly consequences. The villainous Kane's plan, the Mortality Doctrine, has nearly been realized, and little by little, the line separating the virtual from the real is blurring. The next step is worldwide cyber domination, and it looks like Michael and his friends are the only ones who can put the monster back in the box, if Michael can figure out who his friends really are. And there's other two books in the series, so The Eyes of Minds, The Rule of Thoughts. So it's basically like the Maze Runner, or it's about like technology and stuff taking over the world, which is literally happening right now, which like AI and stuff. I hate AI. Just leaving this here, I am not an AI thing. I don't like AI. I can't tolerate it. I don't even use ChatGPT or any of that stuff. Like, you might think oh, it's weird. Yeah, it is, but I don't use it. Okay, so let's just read a bit. Okay. Michael welcomed sleep. The smooth bumps of the road and hums of tires on asphalt relaxed him. For the first time in days, and his eyes grew heavy. He was an expert at dealing with reality, or unreality. But after what he'd been through lately, if he could pass a little time unconscious, he would be eternally grateful. There had been a lot to digest. Any chance to escape the world and its many ills, he'd take it. Though, fat chance he'd be sleeping under a coffin any time soon. Michael's head bobbed. He caught himself and sank back into the seat. He knew it was a dream because he was no longer sitting in Sarah's dad's car. He was at his kitchen counter. Before it all began, where his nanny Hilga had served him breakfast hundreds of times, if not thousands. He thought about the man who'd visit him in prison, his strange speech about dreams within dreams, how the looping logic applied to Burnett as well. Things that could drive you crazy if you thought about them too much. So this is just the prologue. Okay. These are some great waffles. What? I was gonna say waffles said. These are some great waffles, Michael said. He was surprised at how real they tasted. Warm, buttery, goodness. He swallowed a bite and smiled. And then Hilga was there. Sweet, stern Hilga. She gave him a look as she put some dishes away. It was a look Michael had seen many times over the years. A look that said he'd better not be trying to pull a fast one on her. A look he normally got when he faked a cough to miss school or lied about his homework. Don't worry, this is a dream. I can have as much as I want. He smiled and took another bite. Chewed and swallowed. I guess Gabby's still missing. Haven't heard anything from her, but it's sweet to be back with Sarah and Bryson, though. The terrible trio, living and still kicking. Even if we are cramped into a backseat anyway, who would have thought my life could get so weird, huh? Crazy stuff. Hilga nodded, smiled, bent over the dishwasher, the room filled with the clank of glass and porcelain. Michael frowned, feeling as Hilga didn't seem to care one whit. Maybe you don't know everything, my little German. Let's see, somehow we got tricked into blowing up the VNS systems. Pretty much shut down the whole thing. Sarah's parents, who'd been kidnapped, mind you, show up out of the blue to rescue us from jail, talking about you and a bunch of former tagnets behind it all. You, Helga, care to enlighten me on that? I don't really get what's happening. I don't understand any of this, but I know it's like not real and it's a reality. So, yeah, okay. There's something up with this dude. I don't know. Like his brain is. It's also in third person. This book is in third person, so yeah. His nanny gave him a guilty shrug, barely pausing from her work. Clinks and clangs rang out, the trumpets of cabinets, doors closing. Michael knew it was too good to be true, that he could just sit there and enjoy his dream. There wasn't a place in the universe he could run to escape his thoughts, his own mind less than anywhere else. He stabbed a last few bites of waffle into his mouth, relishing the crisp outside and the soft interior, sensing that the dream was about to end anyway, and Hilga had yet to say a word to him. Maybe it isn't a dream. Have you thought about that? Maybe it isn't a dream. Okay. I guess you can't talk to me in my dreams, can you? Michael said. That's just plain weird. Kane told me he'd killed my parents. Picturing his mom and dad sent a deep ache through his dreaming heart. Maybe you escaped somehow. Maybe that's too much like talking to my... Hilga turned sharply, her face afire. The hallowed Ravine boy, you know that's where you got to go. Back to hallowed Ravine. And it's where it started. Michael started to reply, but he wouldn't know it. That was right when the pothole had the gall to disturb his slumber. Okay, so this is in third person, so I only read the prologue. And the epilogue, this has nothing to do with this book, but the Sunrise on the Reaping epilogue is like, I adore it. I adore Candice and Peter coming to Hinge. I always have to bring up Hunger Games in everything I do, or I can't function, because Hunger Games is like my thing. Okay, anyway, let's go. What other book do we have? Let's see. Okay. So, we have, okay, let's read. Okay, so this book is giant, just saying, like, it's big, it's the size of my head, and it's giant, and it's really long. Oh no. Oh, I saw a drawing on here, it looks nice. Oh, I think this is the submarine they're on. Okay, so this is 350 pages, but I think if you think about it, it's technically like over 1,000 pages because it's long. Like, wait, let's see a normal book compared to this. Hold on. Okay, so a normal book compared to this is like, this is tiny compared to it. This is my Harry Potter book. It's tiny compared, like there's so much space. Anyway, okay, let's not think about Harry Potter, okay? So, Daughter of the Deep. That's the book title. Ooh, new from the creator of Percy Jackson. Okay, let's read it. I want to start reading Percy Jackson because I still, yeah, I have to read it. I'm gonna read it soon, like next month, I think. But yeah, okay. So, forward. Don't pick up a starfish by its arm. Did you know more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored? 80, people. It is very possible that at this moment a mermaid and a giant squid are munching on a macaroni and wondering when we are going to catch up and discover that Atlas was just a theme park that went terribly wrong. Who knows? No one can say for certain because so much of the ocean is unknown, and I am terrified of the unknown. So it goes without saying that I am absolutely terrified of the ocean. Is the camera door open? Yes, it is, but what can we do? Okay. Perhaps it started when, at the age of 10, I picked up a starfish by one of its arms, and soon found myself holding a single wiggling appendage. At the time, I didn't know that starfish arms could regenerate. I believed I was a murderer. I fell to my knees and bellowed with horror. Okay, but the more that something terrifies me, the more I tend to obsess over it. And ever since that fateful starfish encounter, the ocean with the strange inhabitants. That's right, I'm looking at you. Various, and I don't know these words. These words are like, are they even in the dictionary? Okay, so there's this bow on my shirt. That's like, okay. Has loomed large in my mind as a place of unknown power, unimaginable beauty, and untapped potential. Rick Riordan's Daughter of the Deep, captures every single... Whoa, is this just like an introduction to the thing? Because I just saw Daughters of the Deep. Like, no way they're gonna call the girl Daughters of the Deep, because... Okay. Yeah, it is just like information about the author. Okay, anyway, let's just continue reading. Captures every single facet of that awe and terror. If you have craved a story that will leave your heart racing, your lungs gasping from numerous twists and turns, your soul heaving from the effort of carrying around an ensemble, cast that includes small and possibly bloodthirsty cinnamon rolls, and humongous creature of the deep who truly just wants love. You will find all that and more in the pages ahead. Our story begins with two wearing schools and a event that sends the freshman class of elite on a deadly mission to unearth a secret about the kind of technology power that can remake the world. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time as the crew navigated high-tech hijinks, deep-sea riddles, and the sort of military tactics that somehow make me feel smarter, despite the fact that I have been ensconced in a soft blanket for the better part of the day. Okay, so this is all about, yeah. This book is so like stiff. I want like it to be floppy. Like I have the naturals, and the naturals is so floppy, like so beyond floppy. Ooh, the naturals, I finished it like a couple days ago, and I just started Killer Instinct. I'm on page like 70. I started it yesterday. I'm reading two books. I'm reading the Addicted / Callaway series and the Natural series. So like, calm down guys, pat me on the back. I finished the Naturals in like 4 days. I only read the Naturals in school, and Callaway / Addicted I read at home, because the Callaway I don't have the physical copy, but the Naturals I do. So the Naturals I can read in school, but Addicted I can't. So that's my compromise, I guess. Okay, so let's get another book that will honestly bring us more fun than this. Let's get, I'm gonna get Mother Knows Best, because people got casted for Rapunzel, and I know the cast for Rapunzel. It's Flynn, that's the actor. Milo something, I don't know, but he was in Zombies, I know him. And the girl who was Raven, I think, yeah, it is her, but I don't know her name. Okay, so Mother Knows Best is, it's heavy, and it's floppy. Okay, how many pages is this? Also, the pages are like not that much, but the font is small. So like, you see, it's like this, and then, okay, so Mother Knows Best. A tale as long and twisted as the braided hair at the center of its legend. A girl with magical hair taken from her parents and confined to an isolated tower. Her captor, an old witch who acts as an overprotective mother who knows what's best. But what does Mother Gothel actually know? This account digs deep into the past to find out why she believes in her heart that Mother truly knows best. Okay, so this is her past. Like, imagine Mother Gothel's past. My old self loved this book. I don't remember anything about it, but I just know she did. Okay, so let's get to reading. Chapter 1. Queen of the Dead. Tucked snugly away deep within the dead forest lived a family of witches. Their grey cobblestone mansion was perched on the tallest hill, which looked down on a vast landscape of lifeless trees with brittle and twisted branches that resembled long grasping hands. Around this forest was an impenetrable thicket of rose bushes with this tiny, beautifully preserved rosebuds still clinging to them, even though they had been dead longer than anyone still living could probably recollect. This was the boundary between the land of living and the forest of the dead, and the witches who lived in the woods rarely crossed the boundary. So it's all is describing right now is their house, and I'm interested, but I honestly, my hair is getting in the way. I'm overstimulated. So yeah, let's keep reading. Okay. To do harm to those living on the other side, they ask for only one thing in return. They're dead. The witch's forest wasn't merely filled with lifeless trees. It was where the dead rested, or so the neighboring villagers left to tell themselves. They chose to think of the woods as a cemetery they weren't permitted to visit, and the witches as its caretakers, though deep within their hearts they knew their deceased loved ones were given very little peace in what should have been their eternal resting place. But we won't concern ourselves with that part of the tale at the moment. Right now, our story centers on the three sister witches, Hazel, Gothel, and Primrose. Primrose! Her name is Primrose. She has a sister called Primrose. Everdeen. That's Hunger Games. I'm trying not to think about Hunger Games, but everything I read, Hunger Games is always included. Like, hello, Primrose Everdeen. Now we have to get started on Hunger Games again. I can't stop thinking about it. So yeah, Mother Gothel, Mother Knows Best, she has a sister called Primrose. You know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of President Snow. Like, tell me they wouldn't be a good match, because they're both evil. They like isolating people. You know what I think? If Lucy Gray didn't run away and didn't live, if she did live, she would have ended up like Rapunzel, locked in her tower, doing nothing at all, just sitting there. Like, that's Lucy Gray. And she would dye her hair blonde or like white, like Coriolanus Snow. Imagine how that would be. Like, think about it. Okay, Primrose and their mother, Mania, the dreaded queen of the dead, one of the greatest and most feared witches of any age. Mania always let it be known that her daughters were a disappointment to her, pointing out that even though the three of them were born on the same day, they were not identical. It was widely accepted in the magical realms that having identical witch daughters was a great honor. They were highly favored among the gods because they possessed greater power and magical ability than the average witch. Average witch. When does this chapter ever end? Because it looks like it's long. I don't think there is chapters. Anyway, wait, hold on. Is there? Yeah, there's no chapters. It just keeps going and going and going. Wait, no, there is. Why does this not have any chapters? Oh. Wait, chapter 2 starts 30 pages in, chapter 2 starts. So, we're not reading you. I'm sorry, but we're not reading you. Because I like reading one chapter from every book I'm doing. But this won't suit. No. Okay, so that's Mother Knows Best. Let's think about it. What other book do we have? I have Pony. Let's read Pony. Oh, I have a book I haven't done. Like, I haven't even read it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. Okay, so I went to the bookstore. I saw Hunger Games. I was like planning on getting a book. We were just about to leave because I couldn't find a book I liked. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get anything. Let's just leave. Okay. I spotted the Hunger Games, the first book, in the corner of my eye. So I went and I grabbed it and I was like, I need this right now. And then I saw the Wicked Walls of the, I don't know what it's called. Okay, I have it though. And I was like, you know what, let me grab it. And then I saw A Curse of True Love or something like that, Once Upon a Broken Heart, the third book in a series. I was like, I would rather get the first book than the third book, so I'm not getting that either. And I saw A Summer of Broken Rules. I wanted that so badly, but I was like, you know what, let me pick between, I'll only get 2. So I got the Hunger Games and the Wicked Walls of whatever. I wish I didn't get it because I haven't even looked at it once. And I saw a review of it. They said it was bad, so that sucks for me. So I just wish I got Summer of Broken whatever Hearts, I think it's called. Summer of Broken Rules. What's wrong with me? Okay, so yeah. I just wish I got that book, but I didn't. So it's going on my birthday wish list. I have yet to read it as well. Okay, so Mother Knows Best. No, she doesn't. Let's go get another book. Okay, so my bookshelf is obviously very packed, and then this bookshelf I have my natural series. And hold on, let's get. Okay, so I got Pony. I don't know what this book is about. Like, these books on this shelf I have not read except We Were Liars, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That's it, right? I didn't even finish We Were Liars, like, imagine. Okay, but my other shelf, I've read The Naturals. I read Killer Instinct while I'm middle of reading it. I read all the Hunger Games books, and I have not started the 100 yet, so we're yet to start the 100, but it's okay because we can start it eventually. Okay, this book is also like very not floppy material, and the spine is cracked. I don't know. I never even touched this book, so I don't know how that's even possible. But that's unfortunate. Okay, so Pony. I have no idea what it's about, but I think it's about like a pony and a guy who build a friendship over. That's so sad. Imagine building a friendship with a pony. Like, I could never. Okay. The Unforgettable New... Okay, I'm not reading that. When Silas Bird... I keep thinking about Styles from Teen Wolf. So, Silas. Okay, his name is Silas, not Styles. Silas Bird wakes in the dead of night. He watches powerlessly as 3 strangers take his father away. Silas is left shaken, scared, and alone, except for the presence of his companion, Mittelwood, who happens to be a ghost. But when a pony shows up at his door, Silas knows what he has to do. So he begins a journey to find his father. A journey that will connect him with his past, his future, and the unknowable world around him. I should read this. Sounds so good. Hold on. That sounds good. Let's see praise. To Kill a Mockingjay. Someone said select To Kill a Mockingjay. I don't believe that because I have not read that. But okay, when you first open the book, Pony's over here. This is really cool. I wish I read this sooner. Dedication to my mother. Oh, that's cute. And then there's like a little poem. And there's photos of random people. Oh, I can't look at these. This book is super creepy. Okay. And this is from like 1950. The font is so small. I hate books with so many pages and then the font is small, which is like makes it even worse because like, oh my god, guys, why is it so... Okay, let's start reading. I don't know. Should I read this? I don't know. because there's a page I wasn't sure. Okay, also the chapters are not on separate pages. So like when you start a new chapter, I don't know if you can see that. Like this chapter 1, chapter 2 is right here. It doesn't start on a new page, which is unfortunate because I don't like that. We Were Liars is also like that, but We Were Liars is like barely any pages, so okay. It was my bout with lightning that inspired Pa to become immersed in the photographic sciences, which is how this all began. Pa had always a natural curiosity about photography. I don't know. Having come from Scotland with such arts flourish, he dabbled in daguerreotypes for a short while after settling in Ohio, a region naturally full of salt springs, from which comes the agent bromine, an essential. What are these names? An essential oh yeah, I can't read this. Yeah, I really cannot read this, so that's pony for you guys. I can't read this and I don't understand anything it says. I need to have a dictionary on hand. I do have a dictionary, but I don't know where it went. I think it's in like one of my shelves, maybe. Yeah, how about I do a video about like the dictionary and showing you all the dictionary, the whole thing, and reading it with you guys and telling you all the definitions. That's not gonna happen, but I'm saying if. Oh, I have books down here and up there that I have not read. Oh, you know what's a really good book? I keep talking, sorry. Well, that's the point of the video. You know what's a really good book that I read that I will never ever forget? Skelling. That book is engraved in my brain. I'm gonna make a video about that, and I have so many books I have not made a video of, but like every time I want to make a video, I'm like, oh, I have no books. Let me go to the bookstore really quick, and I buy more books, and I have books that are just like left here that I haven't made a video of. So, but it's okay. Some of them are like boring. I had Harry Potter here the whole time, and should we do this next? Okay. So, let's go to my bookshelf where you'll get more books. Let's go. Okay. So I think this is the last book we'll be doing. Because, let's do which one? I have yet to read this as well. Okay, I have yet to read which one. I'm only doing this shelf right now because that shelf I've done like all, I think, not Killer Instinct though. I haven't done all the naturals. I have 3 more naturals book but I'm trying to finish Killer Instinct so I don't have to read the 3rd book without reading the 1st book first. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so Witchwood, I have no idea what it's about, but it's this. Okay, so let's read the back. Our story begins on a frosty night. Lily can barely remember the happier times before her beloved mother died, before her father, gripped by grief, lost his wits and his way, and she was left as the sole remaining morsure in the village of Witchwood, destined to spend her days scrubbing the skins and souls of the dead in preparation for the afterlife. It's become easy to forget and easier to ignore not only her ever-increasing loneliness, but the way her overworked hands are stiffening and turning silver, just like her hair. But soon, a pair of familiar strangers appear, and Laylee's world is turned upside down as she rediscovers color magic and the healing power of friendship. Lush and enchanting, critically acclaimed author. Ooh, this is by the same author of Shatter Me. I have yet to... Did you see my excitement over there? I have yet to even read Shatter Me, but I know... I just saw the author because it said Lush acclaimed author, and I don't see her name, but I know her name. I've read it somewhere. Okay, let's get started. So when you first open the book, this is Laylee over here, and then Witchwood, and then for my parents for the long night spent reading Persian poetry over endless cup of tea. Our story begins on a frosty night. And then there's this thing. Okay. Infant snow drifted down in gentle whirls. Flakes as large as pancakes, glinting silver as they fell. Shaggy trees wore white leaves and moonlight glimmered across a glassy lake. The night was soft and all was slow, and snow had hushed the earth into a deep, sound slumber. And winter was fast approaching. For the town of Witchwood, winter was a welcome distraction. They thrived in the cold and delighted in the ice. The very first snowfall was terribly nice, and they were well equipped with food and festivals to keep toasty throughout the season. Yalda, the biggest celebration, was the winter solstice and the land of Witchwood, which was electric with anticipation. Witchwood was distinctively magical village, and Yalda, the town's most important holiday, was a very densely magical evening. Yalda was the first night of fall and the longest night of the year. It was a time of gift giving and tea drinking and endless feasting. It was a great deal more than that too. We're a bit pressed for minutes at the moment. Something strange is going to happen and I can't be distracted when it does. Okay, so I don't know if it's in her POV or in third person. I can't tell yet. Because it doesn't add up for me. Well, for me it doesn't add up because I can't tell. But I think it's gonna be like a very interesting read, but I can't deal with how the book is. I feel like, you know when you touch a book and you can't read it because you feel like it stinks and it feels dirty, and I feel like when I touch it I just like my hands get grainy. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, okay. And I need to read Shatter Me. That's what I really need to read. Okay. I think it's because they're saying her hand. Wait, not her. What's her? Well, yeah. I think it's because like she's. What set me really off is that the fact her job is like scrubbing skin of the dead people for their afterlife. It does not suit me. It doesn't. I can't relate with me. I don't know. Okay, but the cover is very pretty. Like, the girl is also very pretty. She has silver hair. There's roses all around, and the roses remind me of President Snow, but his roses are white. Okay, so there's roses over here, and then at the back there's like roses surrounding it. It's a very pretty book. And then Shatter Me. What Shatter Me is like? Shatter Me is an eye, and then there's. I don't think I can name all the books, to be honest. There's so many, and I don't think I can ever read them. Well, I can't say that because I'm reading the Addicted series, which is like... Okay, wait, let's see other books by the same author. So, Furthermore, this is Witchwood, and then the second book is Furthermore. I don't know what it's about. I don't even know what this is about. I just know it's friendship or something. And Pony, I'll try to read it and try to review it for you guys, but like... Okay, so by the same author, Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me. Is that all the books? No, I'm pretty sure there's the pink one. Isn't that Restore Me? Yeah. I feel like I'm saying Stormy, but not Restore Me. I think that's it, right? I'm not sure, but okay. And then I still have Harry Potter over here. Like Harry Potter. My favorite Harry Potter character is probably like, I might be a little biased, or I love Emma Watson, so I'm gonna say my favorite is Hermione, but I'm gonna like probably annoying and stuff like that, but I don't like Draco. I like Tom Riddle, but that's because of like what's called Slytherin Boys. Who remembers those videos? Because I definitely don't. And then what was I gonna say? I'm a Slytherin. I might not seem like it, but I am. That's I like my house, because it's just like, I just wish I got a letter when I was 11, because I love Harry Potter. Like, it's literally so devastating. I love it so much, and it's got removed off. Yeah, like I'm suing everyone who removed it off their app where I could watch it. But yeah, so that's it. So I've showed you guys my main bookshelf, which has like all varieties of books and not all the same book series, because that shelf has like, each shelf is one book series. So like I have The Naturalist, The 100, Hunger Games, and then I don't know what else I have, but that's from the top of my head, that's what I know I have. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of looking at my main bookshelf. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.